And the Huskers will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good.
A shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. To a drive there of 84 yards. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Huskers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch called for and made. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He uncorks one deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska! And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll try the run. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking to pass. It's Yarnell. And that pass intercepted. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Second down coming up. The end of the first quarter with the score, Nebraska 21-7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Yarnell. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need a better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. He wants to throw here on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first.
Hit right back to the line. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Dumps it off in the flats. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
calls his own number. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Huskers have their offense in high gear. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Gonna take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job force getting the push.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Gets it out fast. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Looking to throw for it. Setting up the screen. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And back to the air on 2nd down. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. You throw it away and live to play another day.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Finds the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too...
Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the running back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Looking to throw, it's Yarnell. They're bringing heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all of this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husker. On to attempt to try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
28-14.
He'll bring it out. It's Goff. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll start this drive firing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosive. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He wants to go deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
On second down, he's looking downfield. It's caught. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Pitt pushing the pace.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back as soon as he can.
Oh, he wants it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Back to pass, it's Yarnell. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
We got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes it Nebraska 35. Hit.